Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dolly with Scrappin' on the Go. And this video, if you are watching it as soon as it's being posted, is for Miranda Weber's March weekend virtual crop that she is holding March 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I am her designer for the March 18th 11:30 challenge, which is stamping. And I'm just letting you know all this information in case you are watching this on the replay. I will have the links to Miranda's Facebook group site. If you are watching it live right now, but you're not a member of her Facebook group site and you want to join in for the rest of Saturday and Sunday, go check it out and check out all the videos that are listed. Now, let's talk about the supplies that you need for this challenge. So, of course, you're going to need stamps, and you can use lots of different word phrases, or you can use icons like flowers, hearts, hexagons, stars, whatever your heart desires, or you can use a combination of both. You're going to need a 12 by 12 foundation layer, which can be cardstock, and I am going to use Daisy White cardstock as my foundation layer. So there's my Daisy White cardstock, but I don't need this right now. And then you've got to decide maybe what photographs you want to use before you select the pattern paper you would like to use. I am using an older collection from Close to My Heart called let me look here, I almost forgot, Wild Berry Blast. And I have selected 3 pattern papers because I don't know which 2 I want to use on this layout. So I only need 2 that are trimmed 4 by 12, but I have 3 because I'm not sure which 2 I want to use. Then you want to select another cardstock paper that you would like to do your stamping on, and it doesn't have to be white. It can be any color that goes with your papers that you have selected to put together for your layout. I am using, again, Daisy White cardstock from Close to My Heart, and it is trimmed currently 5 inches by 12 inches. Then you have to decide what ink you want to stamp as well. We've already talked about word phrases and icons. I am going to use charcoal ink from Close to My Heart to create my background on that strip of paper that I cut 5 by 12, and we're going to come back to it. And for my word phrases, I selected from 4 different stamps from Close to My Heart. So most of the word phrases came from Story FYI, and that is D1841. And the last time I looked a week ago, it was still available. And to let you know, if you don't already know, that Close to My Heart is having a stamp sale in the month of March. And we're already more than halfway through, so the selection is starting to diminish. So you need to go over there if you would like to pick up some stamps that are on sale. I removed 5 word phrases from that stamp. So here's my word phrases. And so, like I said, I took off 5 from this, and I want to keep this as my stamping kind of like platform, okay? Because it's a lot and it will not fit on my block without removing and taking off because I wanted to use these word phrases. Then I took from You Can Do Anything, and this is S2205. Then from Time to Celebrate, and it was a stamp of the month, so I don't think this is available, and it is S2005. And the reason why I selected some phrases from here is because it has like these doodly marks and cursive just to break up some of the block. And I used the word happy. You did it. And I used a couple of the hearts. Hopefully you're not getting glare. I just realized that. And there's these little tiny hearts that I used right here to break up the word phrases. And, oh, I forgot, and XXX is right here. And the word hooray is right there. Different sizes. And then from the Close to My Heart stamp and thin cut called Hope and Kindness, and this was still available, it is CC5225. And I used from there these little tiny flowers right here, again, to break up, and then one a little bit larger flower. So we've got our pattern paper. I am also, my thought is, after I stamp out my word strip, I am going to use thistle ink to blend in the edges, all right? And then also with the Wild Berry Blast collection, I have the sticker sheet, so I'll be using some of the sticker sheet also on this layout. So now let's get started. So I'm going to remove my 12 by 12 foundation paper because I don't want to stamp on that. I'm going to flip over my Close to My Heart mat because I have this little bit of foam here, and that just helps give a better imprint when I'm stamping. And now it's time to ink up this large stamp. And yes, the phrases are going to go off the page. That's what you want. Your mind will pick up those missing letters or half letters, but it's just a background element. All right. So I want to move my paper over, and I want to ink this up. And you want to go over it and make sure it's really inked up. But again, because I can just babble on and see, and I got some ink on my hands, so it would be a good idea to have baby wipes on hand, which I do behind me, but this is already inked up, so I need to press. I am going to use my block to press down. Yay! See? See how cool that is? Now you don't have to do this. I just want to make sure that my impression, now see that right there? That's a-okay because I'm probably going to have something going over that photograph. And that's all right. Ink that up just a little bit. And we're going to place this. Hopefully I'm going to do a good job of placing it right where it needs to be. And if it doesn't work, that's a-okay too. Yeah, voila, it worked. Now that I'm done with my stamping, I'm going to remove this from here, flip my mat over because I don't need the foam side. And hopefully I am back in frame. I'm going to stand up for a minute, make sure I'm in frame. Then I'm going to get out my silicone mat here because I'm going to do some inking. Remember, I said in the beginning. So I'm going to get out my Thistle exclusive ink from Close to My Heart and my little brush. And we are going to apply ink. And yes, I have a little mistake here when I was stamping about a year ago using this ink, but guess what? It has no effect on me picking up the colors. You'll see here. So now I'm just going to go along the edge and come in. It's just going to have a subtle look, but the Thistle goes great with that Wild Berry Blast collection. So if you have that collection and you want to scrap lift me to the T, then this ink goes perfect. And you can skip this process. You don't have to. Your layout will still look fabulous. If you're not comfortable with inking along the edges. Just kind of scroll up here to add a light bit of color. And we're done. So now we're done with that portion of it. And we're going to move that mat. And now we're going to create our layout. So let me wipe my... And you know what? I think, and I'm going to have to ink some more, I think I want to trim this off. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to trim. I'm going to have to ink a little bit more. All right, here we go. I think I'm just going to go like a quarter. Yeah. See, and I'm just going to have to ink a little bit more, and I can use, and I still have ink on here, my brush. Yep. And see, I could do it right there on my cutting mat and just wipe it clean. And guess what? I trimmed a 1/4 inch off this paper. I need to trim a 1/4 inch off my pattern paper. So I need to decide here which ones I want to use. So this is what I'm thinking. Or this one. I think I'm going to go with the dots. All right. You can definitely use a T-ruler if you'd like. Need to put these first. So they're going to be, and I'm going to come in a little bit. So I'm going to have a little white edge. And I am not going to be exact because that is just how my layouts are created. To me, it just adds interest, and nothing, if it's way wonky, then it's just way wonky. If it's a little bit wonky, nobody's going to notice unless they are studying your layout. And I honestly don't think anybody is studying your layout unless they're going to scrap lift it to the T. They are looking at the memories that you are documenting. And there we go. See, that's a pretty background too, but I think it's too busy for me for this. I shouldn't say too busy for me because I love pattern paper, but it's too busy for this layout. That looks good. And then we're going to come in and place this right on top. All right, let's see if we can add. All right, so there is my foundation layer. Now, let's figure out, I've got my photographs already selected. Let's get out my embellishment. So I have the die cuts from the Berry Blast collection, and I have these stickers I haven't used. I have the enamel dots, and I have some other ones in there. Oh, I have the gems. And I have 3 photographs. So let's see what we can come up with. The 3 photographs are of my granddaughter, all taken within the first couple months of high school. Yes, she's a freshman. I can't believe it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, perfect. I have these border strips right here. And yes, that goes with that color, but it adds some dimension. What I can do is take that charcoal ink and add that so that it stands out a little bit. And you can use a little finger dauber, a finger dauber like this, or you could use your brush. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm just getting the tips of those moons. I call them moons, but it's a scallop edge. We call like a vinyl imprint of hearts, which is pretty cool. I don't think that the camera is picking that up. And now I'm gonna turn my layout, or you could just turn, you know what, I need to get the ink off my hands. All right. And we're going to tuck this under, and I'm going to need to lift it. So I always use my old Cricut handy tool here. And we are going to tuck this under. You can have as much as you would like showing or as little. Yeah, I mean, you can ruler and use this. Now, this is a 12-inch strip. And of course, my paper is a 1/4 inch smaller. Now, some of you, I might be doing this backwards, and that you would say, trim it, Dolly, before you place it. But see how easy that was? Perfect. And now, again, for the sake of time, I'm just going to come back and show you the finished layout. All right, my layout is complete. I finished it off by embellishing with the Wild Berry Blast sticker sheet, the die cuts, and the glitter gems. So from the die cuts, I used the butterflies right there and this chipboard or die cut frame. It's like a chipboard piece to me. And then a tab right here in which I layered stickers on. So we have the heart, we have the circle that says dream big, and we have this little strip like this right here layered. And then we move over here to this corner, and here we have 3 circle stickers, and then 1, 2, 3 of these strip stickers, and then basically the main title, Oh Happy Day. And then here are my gems. Oh, and I added 4 sticker stars right here as well. Other than journaling, this layout is complete, and I'll probably do my journaling here or maybe right in here. And as you can see, our stamping is just a visual interest to this layout. And I have lots of dimension with having the stamping, the stickers, the die cut pieces, which are like chipboard, and the gems. All right, I can't wait to see what you create. Be sure to snap a photograph and upload it over at Miranda's Facebook group site called My Scrappy Life, and I will have the link listed below. All right, be sure to keep following all the challenges for the remainder of Saturday, April the 18th, and Sunday, I said April, March 18th, and March 19th, which is Sunday. All right, give me a thumbs up and keep coming back. We'll see you next time. Bye.